My name is Ernest Zamora, and I am the producer on F.E.A.R 3. So in F.E.A.R 3, what we decided to do is we decided to maintain what's been successful with the franchise before. So we've got the same frenetic combat and horror elements that players know and love from F.E.A.R 1 and 2. But we've taken it that much further, and we've added a lot of social aspects to our gameplay. Specifically, you think about like our divergent co-op feature. We call it divergent co-op because each player, Pointman and F.E.A.R, have a truly unique set of abilities. So Pointman, he's the same paranormal super soldier from the first title. He's got the ability to slow motion time. We've added a layer to Pointman's abilities. He's got lightning fast reflexes, and that allows him to use 360 degrees of active cover. So we've got a great new active cover system in F.E.A.R 3. But on the other hand, F.E.A.R, his brother, has a totally different set of abilities that are unique. F.E.A.R is a ghost, and as such, F.E.A.R can possess enemies in the world. He can also stun enemies with this paranormal, blast. And in addition, he can levitate objects and enemies in the world. So it's a great experience for two players to be able to play through F.E.A.R 3. Unlike some other titles whereby co-op has maybe player 2 that is a clone of player 1, we've got truly unique characters. F.E.A.R 3 is a sequel to F.E.A.R 1 and 2. F.E.A.R 1 and 2 take place concurrently. And so we take place in F.E.A.R 3 9 months after the events of F.E.A.R 1 and 2. Just quickly, Pointman was our main character in F.E.A.R 1. And in F.E.A.R 1, Pointman was sent on a mission to investigate paranormal activity. As part of that mission, he discovers that he's charged with stopping his brother, Paxton F.E.A.R, as well as trying to stop his mother, the true source of all the paranormal activity, Alma Wade. He was unsuccessful in stopping Alma, but despite the fact that F.E.A.R was his brother, he decided to follow his orders and eliminate his brother at the end of F.E.A.R 1. F.E.A.R 2, there's a different operative. And in F.E.A.R 2, Michael Beckett is also trying to stop Alma, but he isn't successful either, as Alma's power is growing. Alma uses Michael Beckett to become pregnant at the end of F.E.A.R 2, and so at the end of F.E.A.R 1 and 2, Alma's power is growing and she's pregnant. Now 9 months later in F.E.A.R 3, Pointman returns. He's again the main character. Alma's even more powerful. She's about to give birth to something that we don't know what that is. And F.E.A.R returns as well. And you might ask how is F.E.A.R able to return? Well, F.E.A.R was killed in the first game, but now he's a ghost, and he returns as a ghost, and he's using Alma's power as well as Pointman as a conduit to come back into reality. Michael Beckett does make a return in F.E.A.R 3. I'm not going to go into too many details. We'll leave that up to gamers and as they play through. But yes, Michael Beckett definitely shows up. He has an interesting role, an important role to play in F.E.A.R 3. Along with that, Jin was a member of the original F.E.A.R squad. She was one of Pointman's team members in F.E.A.R 1. And Jin does make a return in F.E.A.R 3 as well. Well, I won't spoil anything. I'll save that for gamers. We've got a cool and very interesting ending. That's a great reveal. And so, you play through F.E.A.R 3 and you get to know. Absolutely, yeah. I think with F.E.A.R 3, we've even expanded the horror. We've gotten the involvement of acclaimed masters of horror Steve Niles and John Carpenter. Steve Niles helped the dev team craft the story of F.E.A.R 3. They're both gamers, Steve Niles and John, and they got what we were trying to do with the co-op gameplay, and so they were really able to give us great tips in terms of how do we amp up the story of the brothers and bring a lot of horror to that. I mentioned John Carpenter as well. John was instrumental in some of our larger big horror moments, as well as consulting on our cinematics. The actual number I don't remember offhand. It's on the order of probably 15 to 20 challenges per category. We've got the four main categories. There's the aggressive challenges, there's the tactical challenges, aptitude challenges, and psychic challenges. From the very beginning, when we were thinking about F.E.A.R. multiplayer, F.E.A.R. 3 multiplayer, we said, we need to create something that's truly innovative and unique. And in order to do that, we thought about, how can we leverage the F.E.A.R. franchise and elements that are core to the F.E.A.R. brand, right, and the F.E.A.R. story. And so we looked at things like possession, the possession mechanic that Fettel does in F.E.A.R. 3, as well as paranormal enemies, Alma Wade herself, and in fact creations from Alma Wade, whether it be Alma's minions or this giant wall of death that Alma can create. And so when we had those F.E.A.R. brand elements, that led us to be able to create really unique modes that leverage all of these elements and tie them around unique gameplay that really isn't other seen in any other title. And so it allows players to, who love the franchise, to experience F.E.A.R. in a multiplayer setting, but as well, players new to the franchise, it allows them to just play multiplayer modes that are truly unique and innovative. Check out F.E.A.R. 3, releasing on all platforms simultaneously, Xbox 360, PS3, and PC. May 24th in North America, May 27th everywhere else.